Last week on the Nevada Stray Cat channel, we installed a skid plate for the yaw sensor. So, what is a yaw sensor? What is yaw? Put simply, yaw is rotation around the vertical axis. What? It's not simple enough? Let me demonstrate then. This is a 1/32nd scale model of the Riker. If it rotates around the horizontal axis, that's roll. Roll it around the depth axis, and that's pitch. Rotate around the vertical axis, and that's yaw. So why is yaw important? Because the Riker has a pretty sophisticated system for vehicle stability, which includes traction control and anti-lock brakes. Information from the yaw sensor is combined with other data like wheel speed and steering angle and is used by the vehicle's computer to determine if excessive yaw is occurring. If there's a condition involving a potential loss of control, the system can apply braking force to help maintain stability. So obviously, it's important for the sensor to be protected from random impacts. This week, I'm going to be doing the third and final installation, the nose skid plate. It's the roughest of the three, and I hope you'll forgive me for that, and watch anyway. If you like what you see, please do the regular YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with anybody else you think might be interested in what I have to say. I am not in any way a professional. At best, I am a moderately successful home mechanic. Can-Am recommends that you use only Can-Am approved modifications installed by a Can-Am factory certified technician. This is none of that. Anything that you see me do is almost certainly the wrong way to do it. As such, you should not emulate me, and if you choose to, that's your choice. Okay, so we are back, and we're going to put in the final one of the three skid plates here today, and it's going to be the Evolution R aluminum skid plate. It is a separate product. It is not sold in the same group bundle kit. Okay, so here we have the front view of the plate with just the two underscrews installed, not yet fully installed. But over here on the side, there is a little hole, and I'm going to mark the location of that hole with a silver Sharpie. And a little bit different angle here. I just need to take out these two T30 Torx bits. Here in the sun, you can see better what I was talking about, where I ripped the plastic fascia. I took an ill-advised off-road trip. Google said that the road up to Danger Cave State Park was across county roads. Those county roads turned out to be dirt and looked like they had not been graded in about 10 years. So I drill it out. I just put some scrap wood behind it so that I don't accidentally drill into anything that I shouldn't. It would be best if I had a clamp for this. All right, so with the holes drilled, now we get to mount the plate onto the fascia. And Evolution R, the fine folks at Spring Mods were gracious enough to send mounting hardware for that. And I'm not using the clips or their bolts because those were included for models that have a plastic push pin instead of that have a plastic push pin instead of a Torx bolt. But now I'm left with a bit of a question in that I don't know the order in which the washers, bolts, and nuts go. So give me a second to consult the instructions. Okay, so according to the instructions, we're going to put the bolt through and into the, what they're calling the rubber washer. And that's just a domed washer with some rubber on the back of it so that, I guess, so that it absorbs shock between the skid plate and the fascia. And then on the back of that, we're going to put one of those star lock nut things. You can see there's kind of a star pattern. You can see there's kind of a star pattern on the inside of the nut that shows you which side it goes to. And oh, isn't that just perfect? Okay, so on the back side, this came up right between a couple of plastic ridges that I would have preferred it not engage with at all. Okay, it took me an unreasonably long period of time to finagle that into position, but I did on both sides. As you can see, I ended up having to mount the star nuts upside down because they just wouldn't fit in between the plastic fins that are there, and I did not want to locate my Dremel tool. So that is in, and in the next shot we will be putting the fascia back on and replacing the bolts that hold it on the bottom. With the fascia back in place, we're going to reinstall the two bolts in the bottom, put the hood back on, and this modification will be done. It took way more convincing than I would have liked to get everything to line up and go in there, but it is now on and tighten down without over tightening. Yep, on and tighten down without over tightening. And if I never have to take this fascia off again, it'll be too soon. As you can see, I did get the nose plate a little crooked, but it's functional. I discovered later that replacing the nose fascia entirely is only a couple $100, so at some point I probably am going to do that and install a different skid plate and bumper solution. But for the moment, I'm reasonably happy with this, as it's functional, if perhaps not as pretty as I would like.
And there you have it. I cringe at how rough it is, but I'm not inclined to undo everything and shoot it again. So, as with a surprising number of things, it is that which it is. Next week, I'll be taking the Riker out to the Bonneville Salt Flats, where the land speed record has been challenged and set several times. I hope you'll join us. In the meantime, I'm the Nevada Stray Cat, and I'll see you around.